Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans on this Friday, February 28th, 2020. I have an update to the crazy story I brought you pertaining to a mad woman in Florida who murdered a lady in a home and traveled to Tennessee with her body in the trunk. And if you need verification for this storyline, please log on to WESH 2 News. Woman in custody after Titusville woman's body found in trunk in Tennessee. Titusville woman found dead in trunk. Police issue arrest warrant for a suspect. This was updated 9:48 last night, Thursday night. Police say the body of a Florida woman missing since last Friday was found in the trunk of a car in Tennessee, and a suspect was taken into custody. According to authorities, the body of Anna Primavera, 36, was found in the trunk of a car belonging to Courtney Dawn Gibson by law enforcement in Lebanon, Tennessee. According to officials, Gibson turned herself into authorities in Tennessee on Thursday in connection to the homicide investigation. What she should have done in the first place. Primavera was last seen at a home in the area of Knox McRae Drive and Barna Avenue around 5:45 p.m. on Friday. Authorities said Gibson was hired as a babysitter by the landlord at a home on Trinidad Avenue. Officials said in a Ring doorbell captured her driving from the area with a mattress on her roof. Officials said Gibson burned the mattress on the side of the road after it fell off her car. Authorities said when they began their search for Primavera, they discovered her mattress was missing. Police in Tennessee said they originally had found Gibson at her parents' home, but she had refused to let them search her car. Detectives said they found the body after obtaining a search warrant. Primavera's sisters sent WESH 2 News this statement. Thank you for all your kind words and support during this difficult time. While we were holding out hope, we received the news we feared the most last night. The family is working closely with law enforcement to seek justice and closure, but nothing will ever fill the hole that's been left in our hearts. My sister Anna was always full of life, making friends, and loved her family and close friends fiercely. She left a lasting impression on everyone she met. She was a great daughter, sister, and friend. Police say Gibson has been charged with child neglect and tampering with evidence, and that more charges are pending. Police say she will be brought back to Brevard County, but did not give a timetable on when that might happen. We also have learned that a man who Primavera was renting a room from at the home, Zongmu Wang, was also arrested. Titusville police have charged him with child abuse. Police say they are still looking into whether Wang had a role in the death of Primavera. Said information brought to you by WESH 2. Okay. So, this story makes no sense to me. I mean, I don't understand nothing that's going on here. And this address they gave is not even the address that was listed in the report that I gave you last night. So Gibson, the lady who was wanted, was hired as a babysitter by the landlord at Trinidad Avenue. See what I'm saying? That was the street I gave you last night. But something's not right. It says Primavera was last seen at a home in the area of Knox McRae Drive and Barna Avenue around 5:45 p.m. on Friday. So that's address 1. And then this Gibson lady was hired to babysit at this other address. It's just nothing. This story is weird to me. And Primavera rented a room from the Zongmu guy, this Wang guy. So, and he's been charged with child abuse. And they're wondering if he has a role in the death of Primavera. So Gibson goes to a home to babysit, and I'm assuming it's Mr. Wang's house. And Wang was renting a room out to Primavera. Primavera is the dead lady. So she was renting a room from Mr. Wong, and Wong is charged with child abuse and may have something to do with Primavere's murder. And then Gibson was allegedly there watching a child, and she's charged with child neglect and tampering with evidence, and more charges are pending. And she's also linked to the death of Primavera. So we have 3 parties and a baby. I didn't mention to you in the storyline last night about the child. Forgive me for not even saying, okay, where is she? I'm assuming she's okay, because they would have stated, of course, in the article if she was missing, he, she, or whomever. Obviously, somebody came along, saw the child was there. Maybe this is Mr. Wong's child, because see, this is what's crazy. We're talking about 2 different addresses where she was last seen and where allegedly the Dawson lady is taking a mattress from on the doorbell ring camera. See, that's what I'm talking about. Foolishness, utter foolishness. 3 parties and a child. Mr. Wong is renting a room to Primavera. What the hell was going on? Is this Mr. Wong's child that he hired Gibson to watch? So if Wong is charged with child neglect and could be involved in the murder of Primavera, then what did happen between Primavera and the Gibson lady? Why is the Gibson lady there, one, keeping the child, babysitting the child? How does he know her? How are they all connected? Primavera is allegedly renting a room from Wong, and then here comes an outside person, Miss Gibson, to watch his kid. But yet, this is crazy. The Gibson lady ends up killing Primavera, who actually rents a room from Wong, and now they're saying Wong may be involved in the murder. How about somebody was screwing somebody? Something stupid is going on in this case here. I really wasn't trying to get wrapped up in all this, but now with all this said information, this is crazy. One goes to the house to keep a kid. One is renting a room from Mr. Wong, and I'm assuming Mr. Wong lives in the same said house. The renter ends up dead by the babysitter. And now they're trying to say that Mr. Wong, who I'm assuming owns the home, is also involved in murdering the renter. Are you following? Because I'm about as confused as I'll get out. This is crazy. I feel sorry for this lady. God rest her soul, her family, praying for the children or the child that was neglected, and possibly God knows what was going on with the child, because somebody was doing something they didn't have no business. That's where this storyline is obviously going. What actually happened in that house, address, I don't know. But somebody did or said something. Somebody said or seen something. Somebody got mad that somebody said or saw something. And that's when blows took place. Because I'm trying to figure out how a babysitter walks into a home and ends up murdering a renter. And a child obviously must have been neglected or done something wrong to a child. And a woman is put in a trunk. The renter's body is put into the trunk of the babysitter alongside a mattress on top of the car, thrown on the side of the road, burned up on the side of the road, takes out to Tennessee. I'm shocked that nobody in the state of Florida didn't get enough information to where this woman could have been stopped in the state of Florida. And now you want to say the person who owns the house, Mr. Wong, he may be involved with murdering the renter, his renter, and charged with child abuse. Could it be he was sleeping with the Dawson lady? They were abusing the child. Could it be Miss Primavera, who was renting a home, said something and an argument ensued? Well, let's knock this heifer on off. No disrespect to the deceased, but you understand, they didn't care nothing about her. She probably was called worse names than what I just said. We're going to knock her off. She's seeing too much. She's knowing too much. She's putting her 2 cents in. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to say this, and whoever don't like it, I really don't care. This is why grown people should live by themselves. This is why you do not need to live with other people. I know things happen in life where you have to live with other people. Ain't nobody dumb and stupid. But what I'm saying, most grown people cannot live together. They cannot live alongside one another. Yes, you see it happen. 4, 5 grown people living in the same household. Good. Kudos. Wonderful. Great for them. But as you see, it didn't work out for this chick here who's renting a room from this dude. How the hell she ends up dead in a house that she's renting from this man? Come on with it. Now you're talking about child abuse charges. So something hanky-panky was going on. And perhaps she was an eyewitness to what the hell was going on foul in that house. And this is why I say grown people need their own places. Yes, I know things go bump in the night. Things happen with people financially. People don't have their lives together. Some don't never get their lives together. But this is why you need your own space, your own room, because there's nothing like your own. So you don't have to be an eyewitness to nothing. You don't have to be in a bad situation if and when something goes down. You got your own space, your own apartment. I don't care if it's a studio, an efficiency, it's yours. I just don't believe in grown people living with other grown people. That's just me personally. Everybody raised different. I don't get down with it. Because things go terribly wrong when people live together. Somebody gets mad about something. Somebody's feeling some type of way. Somebody don't like something you said or did. Somebody turned the heat up. Somebody turned the air on. Somebody opened a window. I've heard it all. Trust me. Been there, done that. That's why I'm speaking from experience. Keep your own. Keep your own. And if you have to go stay with somebody, make it brief. Carry you some money when you go. And always have you a car when you go. As I state, sometimes you're not in that predicament, depending on your circumstances. I understand all of that. But we're talking about a dead woman now who was renting a room from this man. And you got these people now wanting to say, oh, my sister's deceased. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thanks for helping me. But one has to ask themselves, why was she renting a room from this man if she had a sister or family? I don't know her circumstances. I don't know her temperament, but she's dead now. That's the point I'm trying to make. She went in the lion's den with some people she didn't know nothing about. She didn't know nothing about this food she was renting from, and she sure in hell didn't know nothing about this babysitter who walked in and bludgeoned her to death in her room, assumingly, took to a trunk and dumped like trash, hid and concealed, and then that same fool put the mattress on top of the car. So now that we know that this house belonged to Mr. Wong and allegedly Miss Primavera was renting a room, come on, y'all can do the math. He was right in on that. Because how could this outside woman come in and murder this chick in this house, and the one who's dead, that's not even her house? So now we're going to sit up here and think Mr. Wong ain't had nothing to do with the bludgeoning and the mattress going on top of the car. Somebody knows something, and he's down for whatever, and he's being charged with child abuse too. So you know it's something real foul. Something foul went on in that house. And this is terrible. Because I keep saying this, you don't know people. You don't know people. And I can say at this age, at 49, you couldn't get me to go live with a random person. I don't think I could do it at this age. I don't have a reason to go do it at this age. No reason. But I don't agree with grown people living together. For this very reason, anything can happen at a moment's notice. And will you be able to get yourself out that situation when something pops off? Unfortunately, for this lady, she was not able to do so. A tragedy. I will bring you an update to the story because I'm looking forward to getting said information pertaining to who these people are to one another, who's involved with whom, because I'm thinking this babysitter has something going on with the owner of the house, Mr. Wong, and this is a ratchet tale of strangers wrapped up with one another some type of crazy way, and somebody ends up dead. Because you always heard that old saying about the third wheel. Yes, Lord. Miss Primavera was a third wheel indeed, and she lost her life being the third wheel. Like and share and subscribe. Drop your comments below, and thanks for joining me on this cold Friday in the high 10. And remember, there's a baby out there missing out of Sullivan County, Tennessee, and my prayers are with this child. Remember her name, Evelyn Mae Boswell. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.